Hello, 5th graders. Welcome to Lesson 10.4, Multi-Step Measurement Problems. Please pause to write the lesson number and title in your notebook. Today's lesson objective is to convert measurement units to solve multi-step problems. Please pause again to write the objective in your notebook. All right, 5th graders, let's jump into this multi-step problem by reading the Unlock the Problem. A leaky faucet in Jared's house drips 2 cups of water each day. After 2 weeks of dripping, the faucet is fixed. If it dripped the same amount each day, how many quarts of water did Jared's leaky faucet drip in 2 weeks? All right, so in order to solve this problem, let's think about what we already know. We know that his house dripped 2 cups of water each day, and then it dripped for 2 weeks. And thinking about 2 weeks, that is 14 days. So it dripped 2 cups of water for 14 days. But then if we look at the question, we need to answer how many quarts of water did it drip. So we're going to have to do some converting as well. Let's go ahead and read step 1. It says, record the information that you are given. The faucet drips blank cups of water each day. Well, we read that the faucet dripped 2 cups of water each day, and that the faucet dripped for 2 weeks. Step 2, find the total amount of water that dripped in 2 weeks. Since you are given the amount of water that dripped each day, you must convert 2 weeks into days to multiply. So it dripped 2 cups of water each day, and how many days are in 2 weeks? We said that was 14. So our first step is going to be to multiply 14 times 2 so that we know how many cups dripped in the total time. 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 1 is 2. So it dripped a total of 28 cups in 2 weeks. But our last question that I underlined says that we need to know how many quarts that is. So that means that we have to think and remember that there are 2 cups in 1 pint. So the first step would be to change our cups into pints. And if we're going from cups, which is small, to pints, which is big, then we are going to divide. So 28 divided by 2, because there are 2 cups in a pint, is 14. Now we need to figure out our quarts. There are 2 pints in a quart, and we're still going from something small to something large, so we're still going to divide. We're going to divide again by 2, so 14 divided by 2 is 7. So there are 7 quarts of water that dripped in all over the 2 weeks. Please make sure you have everything written down on this page before you continue on. Let's try these skills with another example. It says, a carton of large grade A eggs weighs about 1.5 pounds. If a carton holds a dozen eggs, how many ounces does each egg weigh? So let's think. We have the total carton is 1.5 pounds. And we want to know how many ounces, so there's a conversion, does each egg weigh. And we know that a carton holds a dozen. So we know that we're going to use the number 12 because that's a dozen. So step 1 says find the ounces for the weight of the carton. So 1 pound equals 16 ounces. And remember that you could be using the purple charts from all of your lessons or your agenda to look this number up. So 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So the total pounds times the total ounces in each pound will tell us how many total ounces there are. So we're going to do 1.5 times 16. So remember, we multiply just like normal, and then we'll place our decimal last. So 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. And then 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. Add them together. 9 plus 5 is 14. Carry the 1, gives us 2. And then we have to move our decimal 1 place. So we move our decimal 1 place. So our answer is that is 24 ounces. So 1.5 pounds is 24 ounces. Now, step 2 says we need to find the weight of each egg. So a carton, a dozen eggs, holds 12 eggs. And if we need to know the weight of each, then that means that we need to divide. So if I have 24 total ounces divided by 12 eggs, that must mean that each egg weighs 2 ounces. So each egg weighs about 2 ounces. So you can see in these multi-step measurement problems, I'm converting from one unit to another as well as multiplying. There's multiple steps. Let's continue on. Today's lesson activity is problem number 11. It's the test prep question, and it's all the way on the back page. Let's go ahead and read it together, and I'll get you started. For a class assignment, students are asked to record the total amount of water they drink in one day. Melinda records that she drank 4 8-fluid-ounce glasses of water and 2 1-pint bottles. How many quarts of water did Melinda drink during the day? Let's think about what we know. We know that she drank 4 8-ounce glasses, 2 1-pint bottles, and that our question is how many quarts of water did she drink? So let's start with our 4 8-ounce glasses. Well, if we have 4 glasses and each one is 8, then our first step would be to multiply 4 times 8, which gives us 32 ounces. And remember, that's fluid ounces. Then she also drank 2 1-pint bottles. So 2 times 1 would be 2 pints. So now we need to have these two be the same so that we can add them. So let's think about how many ounces are in a cup, and then we're going to have to go from cups to pints. Well, there are 8 ounces in a cup, and ounces are small and cups are big, so we're going to divide. So 32 ounces divided by 8 ounces in a cup is going to get us to cups, and 32 divided by 8 equals 4. So this gives us 4 cups, but we still have to add our 2 pints. But let's go to pints first so that everything is the same unit. So 4 cups, cups is small and pints are big, and there are 2 pints, cups in a pint. So we're going to do 4 divided by 2 gives me 2 pints, plus the 2 pints that I already have means that now I have 4 pints, and I need to know how many quarts that is. There are 2 quarts in a pint, so I'm going to do 4 divided by 2, and that will tell me how many quarts she drank that day. You fill in that blank and show your work in your notebook or on your lesson page, and we'll finish it tomorrow at the teacher table. Great job, 5th graders.